troops, Jeff Bowders here with Drum Discipline Academy, and today you're going to become a double bass drumming beast with the help of some mirrored double bass grooves. And what in the name of Ainsley Dunbar are mirrored double bass grooves? I'm glad you asked, but before we get into all that, make sure to hit the link and download your free PDF for this lesson, which is essential for you to really understand and apply all of these double bass concepts and grooves you're going to be learning today. In a nutshell, mirrored double bass grooves are first and foremost a practice technique that is based on 2-bar double bass grooves, which are rhythmically identical, but the footings are reversed in each bar. Now this ensures that each foot will be focused on and developed equally, regardless of what the groove may be. The traditional way, which was really solidified in Joe Franco's landmark book, Double Bass Drumming, utilizes this approach called the single stroke system. So this basically assigns which foot should play on which part of the beat. So if it falls on an 8th note, the right foot is going to play that. And then if it happens to fall on one of the upbeat 16th notes, one of the E's or the U's, the left foot is going to play it. Now, this is a great technique and it's very practical because of its simplicity, but sometimes simple doesn't always meet all of our double bass demands. In 2003, I wrote the book Double Bass Drumming, the Mirrored Groove System, to address some of these specific demands and challenges. Because really in the same way, we don't necessarily assign our hands or even relegate our hands to specific parts of the beat, because even if we did that, especially if we do that with our feet, it's just going to create some inherent limitations, and we don't want that. Especially now with so many great bands and incredible drummers who are really exploring the endless possibilities that double bass drumming offers. I feel it's imperative for you to get your feet equally balanced and prepared to play some of these new concepts, which is actually why I rewrote and expanded on that first double bass book, that initial mirrored groove system book, because I wanted to include fills and phrasing concepts that hopefully meet the demands of today's music. This book is called Essential Double Bass Drumming Techniques, and it covers quite a bit of material because ultimately I just wanted to create something for you that you can always have as a reference and hopefully an inspiration for years to come. So if you get a chance, check it out. Let me know what you think. Before we get into some of these mirrored grooves, we have to get comfortable leading with each foot equally. This is imperative. We have to do this. So actually the quickest way to really accomplish this is to use the single stroke system, but assign it both ways, meaning first with the right foot leading and then with the left foot leading. So here we're going to loop 2 bars. It's going to be a 2-bar pattern. 1 bar is just going to be 8th notes with 1 foot. And then in the 2nd bar, we're going to add the other foot to fill in those remaining 16th notes. Now, when you practice this, I really want you to make sure that each foot is dynamically consistent and it's subdivided evenly. This is the whole point of the exercise, all right? This is how you make your groove sound strong and confident, all right? So let's check out exercise 1. Awesome. Now same thing, but now we're going to lead with our left foot. All right, let's do it. Let's try some mirrored grooves. This is going to be awesome. All right, so to help with your focus and development, I want you to take this 3-step approach. All right, so the first step is just play the bass drum pattern with the ride pattern only. That's it. I'm probably going to play on the hi-hat, just so you know. But the thing is, I want you to pay close attention that you're always alternating your feet, right, left, the whole time. That's super important, okay? This is not the single stroke system. You're actually going to be playing your left foot on an eighth note and your right foot on an E and an And it's going to be a good thing, I promise. All right, so let's check out exercise 3 with kick and ride only. Now step 2, we got to add our backbeat. So let's just add the snare to beats 2 and 4. And for our third and final step, we're going to change the feel to a halftime feel, which just means the snare is going to play on beat 3. No more 2 and 4, just on beat 3. Hence the name halftime. It's awesome. So the weird thing is you wouldn't necessarily think that these minor changes would really make all that much difference, but they actually do. So not only our limbs, but our ears need to be developed as well. And these slight field changes are super effective in doing that. So let's play some halftime. Now bump up the tempo just a bit and try to play through all 3 steps without stopping.
1, 2, 3.
All right, now I hope you're starting to feel and see that this is quite different than practicing the single stroke system. One thing that I really dig about this approach is being able to compare each measure side by side. Even though the same rhythm is being played, the opposite footings can really expose some weaknesses that I may not even be aware of. And that's one of the best things to discover when we're practicing. That's actually how we get better. So finding weaknesses, it's actually a really good thing, all right? So let's just try one more mirrored groove. Let's try to play through all 3 steps. Let's have some fun. All right, this is exercise 4 on your PDF.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3.
Of course, we just can't focus on 8th and 16th notes. Triplet, yes, triplet double bass grooves are actually some of my all-time favorite. And we can use the mirrored groove system to develop these as well. But first, just like we did with the 16th notes, let's use some single stroke warm-ups to get started. Okay, so once again, 2 measures. The first measure is going to be all right foot playing quarter note triplets, and then the second bar we'll bring in our left foot to fill in the 8th note triplets. This is exercise 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And of course, we got to lead with the left foot, so let's make sure it's as strong and consistent as our
One,
right foot.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now we're back to our mirrored groove madness with our 3-step approach. Remember, so step 1, we're just going to play the kick pattern and the ride pattern only. Step 2, we add the snare to beats 2 and 4. And then finally, step 3, we change the snare feel to a halftime feel, meaning we just play on beat 3. Let's try to play it at a couple different tempos, slow and a little bit faster, always focusing on alternating right, left with our feet. All right, let's give it a shot.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 2, 3.
All right, I gotta leave you with just one more mirrored double bass groove. This one is kind of a double bass shuffle, which should make Alex Van Halen pretty proud. You're welcome, Alex. That's awesome. But as you're playing through this last one, actually, as you're playing through all of these, I just really want you to focus on the quality of the notes, right? Making sure the right and the left foot sound indistinguishable. That's the hardest thing about playing double bass, trying to make the right and the left foot sound the same, make them sound even. I think if you practice with that awareness, with that mindset, you will improve quicker and you'll get better, especially using these mirrored grooves that help you compare and contrast the first and the second measures. That's really helpful for you to identify any sort of problem areas or weaknesses like we talked about before. So don't worry about speed. This is all about control right now. Speed will come once we have a foundation of control, but ultimately we want that foundation of quality. That's what it's all about here. And like I said, if you practice that kind of mindset, you're going to reach your double bass goals much quicker than you ever will. And so that's it. Let's try this last double bass mirrored groove. Here we go.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 2.
Hey, if this lesson and this approach has given you some helpful ideas on how you can work on your own double bass grooves, can you please like, subscribe, share this video, all that good stuff. That would just help out a ton, myself and this channel. We would just greatly, greatly appreciate it. That would be awesome. But also let me know in the comment section what your biggest double bass challenges are. All right, so I want to know that because I want to create some lessons that are going to be focusing more on your specific needs. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Okay, troops, that is it for this first lesson in our 2-part mirrored double bass groove introduction. In the next lesson, we're going to go deep. We're going deep into some 32nd notes and 16th note triplets. There, you're going to see exactly why we've been so focused on being able to lead with either foot. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to share it with you. So until next time, Stay focused and practice with purpose. We'll see you soon.